Welcome, my dear students in Prep 1. We will continue rational numbers. Today we will discuss multiplying and dividing rational numbers. At first, I want you to remember that in multiplying and dividing rational numbers, if we have two numbers with the same sign, the result will be positive. And if you have two numbers with different signs, then the result will be negative. If you want to multiply a over b times c over d, like fractions, I'll multiply a times c over b times d. Okay, here for example, I have 3 over 2 times 5 over 9. So I'll multiply 3 times 5 and 2 times 9. It will be 15 over 18. Then I should simplify. Here I'll divide by 3 up and down to get 5 over 6. Also, you can simplify from the beginning here, dividing by 3, 3 and 9. Okay. The next one is negative 4 and 1 over 2 times negative 5 over 9. The first step is to convert this mixed number into improper fraction. 4 times 2 equals 8 plus 1 is 9. So I have negative 9 over 2 times negative 5 over 9. So I can see here I have 9 and 9, so I can simplify before multiplying by dividing up and down by 9. Now I have 5 times 1 equals 5 and 2 times 1 is 2. Now what about the sign? Negative sign times negative sign, the same sign, so positive. The result will be positive. So here the result is 5 over 2. In rational number, we have the same properties like natural number and integers. The first property is closure, that if you multiply two rational number, the result will be also a rational number. Property number 2 is commutative. It means that a times b equals b times a. Like here, if you multiply 5 over 6 times 1 over 3, it will be the same result if 1 over 3 times 5 over 6. Associative property, it means if you have three rational numbers, you can multiply first by second, then by third, or you can multiply second by third, then by first. Like here, I have 3 over 4 times 5 over 11. At first, I multiply them, then multiply the result by 2 over 3, or you can multiply 5 over 11 times 2 over 3, then multiply the result by 3 over 4. What about the multiplicative identity? We have multiplicative identity here, which is, or multiplicative neutral, which is 1. Such that if I multiply any rational number a times 1, the result will be a. Okay, also we have multiplicative inverse. We can get a multiplicative inverse for any rational number except 0. So what is the multiplicative inverse of a over b? It will be b over a. Such that if you multiply a over b by its multiplicative inverse, the result will be the identity, which is 1. Another property, which is distributing multiplication over addition and subtraction, like here, a times b plus c is the same as a times b plus a times c. By the same way, in subtraction, a times b minus c is the same as a times b minus a times c. We use this property to facilitate a lot of exercises. Okay. Use the distribution property to find the result of 5 over 7 times 2 over 3 plus 5 over 7 times 1 over 3. Now I can notice that I have two terms. The first term is 5 over 7 times 2 over 3. The second term 5 over 7 times 1 over 3. And also I can notice that I have a common factor here, which is 5 over 7. So I'll take 5 over 7 as a common factor outside, then I'll multiply it by 2 over 3 plus 1 over 3. If you divide the first term by 5 over 7, the result will be 2 over 3. And if you divide the second term by 5 over 7, it will be 1 over 3. Now I can add 2 over 3 plus 1 over 3 is 3 over 3, which is 1. So I have 5 over 7 times 1, which is 3 over 3, which will be 5 over 7. Okay, now I used the distribution property. So take the common. Okay, this is the distribution property. I'll take the common outside, then I'll add or subtract the rest numbers. Okay, how about division? We can divide two rational numbers as we divide fractions. It means that a over b divided c over d, it will be the first as it is a over b, then I'll convert this division sign to multiplication sign, and I'll take the reciprocal or the multiplicative inverse of c over d, which is d over c. So a over b times d over c. Find the result. 3 over 7 divided by 9 over 14. Okay, let's start our steps. Write the first as it is, 3 over 7. Then I'll change divide to multiply and change 9 over 14 into 14 over 9. So I have 3 over 7 times, not multiply, take care, times 14 over 9. 3 over 7 times 14 over 9. I can simplify by dividing here by 3 and 9, and dividing by 7 and 14. Okay, so 3 divided 9, 3 divided 3 is 1, so here 1 and here we have 3. Here we have 2 and here we have 1, so the result will be 2 over 3. Another one, 3 over 4 divided negative 15 over 2. Don't forget the negative sign. The first step, I write the first rational number as it is 3 over 4, then multiply and take the reciprocal, which is 2 over 15. And don't forget the negative sign. Now I can simplify. I have here 4, I have here 2 and here 3. I can divide 3 by 3 equals 1 and 15 by 3 equals 5. 2 divided by 2 equals 1 and 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So now I have 1 negative sign over 10. So the result will be negative 1 over 10. So don't forget, if you divide rational numbers, the first as it is, change divide into multiply and take the reciprocal. Then multiply and simplify as usual. Okay, that's all about our session today. Next session we will discuss some applications on rational numbers. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.